Hi, hello. I know it's been a little bit since my last video, but I haven't had the house all to myself in pretty much the 2 weeks since the last video, so I haven't been able to film anything. But don't worry, I am making up for that today. I have a little drink in my hand. This is only the second Celsius that I've ever had. I tried the Arctic flavor, I think, the other day. And this one is Cosmic Vibe. And it's like a fruit punch flavor. And I actually really enjoy it. I've only had one sip so far, but I like it. My energy drink of choice is C4. Specifically the, oh no, I'm blanking on the flavor I like. It might also be Arctic something. Or frozen bombsicle. Frozen bombsicle C4s are so good. I highly recommend if you haven't tried it. But unfortunately, the grocery store I went to didn't have any C4, so I thought I'd try my hand at Celsius, and I don't mind it. I bought another flavor that I can't remember the name of, but I think it might have been the blue raspberry one. So I'm excited to try that at some point this week. But today, I thought it would be relaxing if I tapped on my iPad and maybe just rambled a little bit. Maybe some tongue clicking, but overall pretty casual, chill video. Maybe catch you up on what's been going on the past 2 weeks. And I hope you enjoy and are able to relax. So this is my iPad. It is generation 6, I believe. And I will take off the case in a little bit to get all the good taps out of it. I got the iPad in 2020, so it was not the newest one. I got the second hand off of Facebook Marketplace, and I believe the 8 was already out at that point, but the only reason I wanted to get it was because that was my first year of college, and I wanted to use this to take notes instead of using journals or notebooks. And this ended up being a godsend if you're in school and you are able to get an iPad. I highly recommend. I downloaded GoodNotes, and it was so nice. I was able to create folders for all my classes, and then I was able to make all of my notes into separate documents or combine them into one document and just organize it however I wanted, whatever would be easiest for me to go back and reference. And it truly really made school so much easier. And a great thing about this is that if there was ever a specific term or word that I needed to review, I could just search it instead of having to flip through all my notes and scanning for it. Super easy to find whatever I needed, super easy to organize, and really helped me stay on top of my classes, which was amazing. I also have a little, this is, you can see, you can see yourself, but the sounds are really good. So I might just let you, that's me. I didn't know how the tapping would sound on the front because I do have like a screen protector on that's supposed to make it feel more like paper when you're writing on it. But I think it sounds really nice actually. I have the case that fits my Apple Pencil, except it's not actually an Apple Pencil. I got it off Amazon. I did originally buy an Apple Pencil secondhand, but by the time it arrived to me, it was broken, didn't work. So that was a big waste of money. So I didn't want to go through that again, and I bought a knockoff on Amazon. I think it was maybe $25. I've bought multiple since the original. This is probably my third iteration of it. Simply because the first one I ran out of replacement tips. So this little part, you just twist off. And then you don't drop it like I just did. Then you get you throw those away, get a new tip, and just screw it back on. But I ran out of tips on my first pencil, and they didn't have an option to buy just more tips. So I had to end up buying just an entirely new pencil. And then when it happened again, that brand of pencil that I had gotten twice was no longer selling the pencils, so got this guy. And I think I was able to just buy tips once I ran out. But these pencils honestly have worked great. There's a difference between these and a real Apple Pencil. I haven't noticed, but then again, I only used it for taking notes, so I didn't draw or anything. So there could be like a big difference depending on what you're using it for. So I would look into that before deciding to buy a knockoff. But I have not had any issues with it. It connected great, worked great. My original one, you would just tap the top and it would turn on. This one has a little button, then it turns on. The charge is right here. And I'm realizing now that you probably can't hear any of the tapping that I've been doing on this pencil. So I hope you enjoyed that ramble. Put it back in the case. But yeah, I wasn't going to use a paper-like screen protector, but it felt like it was kind of scratching up the screen when I was writing on it once the pencil had worn down a bit. So in order to prevent that from happening, I went ahead and used one. And it is nice to have a bit of resistance when writing. Slow me down and make sure I'm writing legibly. That's another thing that's great about writing on an iPad, is that I can just use the undo button. I can erase anything that I messed up instead of having to scratch it out if I've been writing in pen, or take the time to erase the pencil, because you can also like circle a sentence you've written and fully just move it anywhere else on a page. So there's a lot of cool little things you can do to organize and reorganize instead of having to start a new page because you had messed up. So I found it really convenient. And I've had no issues with this being like an older generation. I have no idea what version they're on now, but this one, I have no idea when it came out. If it's a 6th gen, I would guess 2018, since I got it in 2020 when the 8th gen was out. Could be slightly older, could be slightly newer, but I've had no issues with it. The battery does die a little bit quicker than I would like, but it's not a major issue for me. But no glitches or anything. Works great. I actually use this to watch TV now because I do have a TV, but I couldn't figure out how to make it work in my first college apartment. And then my second apartment, there was a TV in the room, so I was able to use one that it came with. But then junior and senior year, I lived in apartments where there wasn't a lot of wall space, so there wasn't really a place to put a TV, so I just ended up not bringing it and watched it on my laptop, and then my laptop died. Well, my laptop has died a lot of times, and I've gotten it fixed every time, but this last time, no one could figure out how to fix it. So it's been broken since November is really when it started freaking out, and then it like fully died at the end of May, which was honestly great timing because it waited until I graduated, which was very kind of it. If it had died before then, I think I would have absolutely lost my mind, because the stress of senior year already, and then a laptop that doesn't work, and had a lot of papers to do. There was just a random noise downstairs, and there's a mouse on the loose in this house, and I'm concerned that it's out wreaking havoc right now. It actually knocked over a jar of flour the other night on the kitchen counter, so that's where it's been hanging out. And it's only been turning up at night. No one's seen the mouse yet, but we did find mouse poop a couple weeks ago. And then we hadn't seen it since, so we thought it was gone, but it's terrorizing the kitchen. Okay, let's see how the back. It sounds like the front. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take the case off and then tap on I have not taken the case off in so long, probably since I got it. I got that case off of Amazon maybe 3 years ago. The back is rose gold, and it's actually really pretty. It's really thin too, and it's super light, so I can't imagine how light the new ones must be. It's the Apple logo. The bottom. iPad at the bottom. And then it just says that it's designed by Apple in California, assembled in China. It has the model and serial number. I actually think this sound is quite nice. I personally am a fan of slow tapping, but there are some fast tapping videos where it just sounds like rain, and I think those are so relaxing. I don't know how they do it. First one I think of is Frivolous Fox. She has this phone tapping video and it's just so good. All her videos are so good. Why does it kind of sound different when I've turned it this way? Am I losing my mind? Okay, maybe it doesn't sound different. Maybe I am losing my mind. I haven't had enough caffeine today. I have been reading Daydream by Hannah Grace. It is the third book in the Icebreaker series. I absolutely loved the first one. I actually never got around to reading the second one, but they're all standalones, so it doesn't matter what order you read them in. And I do plan on reading the second one, but this third one has been so good. I have been just flying through it. Almost done. I think I have maybe like 100 pages left. It's such a good series. I was debating doing or starting like a monthly favorites series. I love watching everyone else do those. So I don't know. I think about doing it, but then I'm like, was there anything really specific to this month that I enjoyed? But that book would be one of them, because I'm gonna finish it this month. So maybe if I find some other things that been more recent favorites. It is October actually, so lots of spooky season, unique things that would be specific to the month. So maybe that is something I'll do. I have been testing out different areas in this house to film in. Let me know if you like this background situation that's going on. I wasn't sure if it would be too bright. But I personally really like videos filmed outside and in front of windows. There is a little porch outside of my room or a little balcony, I should say, that I really wanted to film on, but it's just so loud outside that I don't think it would be doable. Maybe one day there will be a time when it's quiet enough, but we live right next to a pretty busy street, so lots of cars going by all the time, which I hope aren't too loud in this video. So I can't imagine how loud it would be if I was actually outside filming. Maybe I could film a short out there or something. That's something that's actually been really surprising to me, is that I've had a lot of fun making shorts. I didn't originally plan on making any shorts, but it just kind of crept up on me, and it's been a really fun way to figure out creative little videos to put together. So I hope to keep improving on that and making some fun ones. I also realized that I have rambled so much that I forgot that I said I was going to do some tongue clicking. So I apologize. For some reason, my tongue clicking, it's sounding different today. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe I need to sip with my drink. I apologize if you hate drinking sounds. I'm trying to be quiet about it. Also, something I am interested to know. I have recorded both soft-spoken and whispered videos, and whisper videos with and without the Apple headphones. If one of those three ways sounds best, or you just prefer one, let me know, and I'd be happy to film more videos that way. I'm pretty varied in which I prefer. Usually soft-spoken is my go-to, but I also love a good whisper. It really depends on the mood I'm in that day, so let me know what sounds best, or if you have any suggestions. I do plan on getting a Blue Yeti. I don't know when, hopefully soon. I might not until I have my own place, just so I can create a whole setup and have it be in one area without having to move it around so much. and so I can like have the time and space to really figure out how to use one. But that will happen one of these days. I was hoping it'd be on sale for Prime Day, but the one I was looking at wasn't on sale by a lot. I mean, it was a tiny bit, but not enough to really entice me to buy it yet. Some apples happening. Tiny little camera. Do both sides. That's kind of cool. It's like slipping out of my hands. What side do you think sounds better? This one? This one. Actually kind of like the front better. I don't know. Let me know what you think. And if there's anything else you would like me to dedicate a video to tapping on, let me know. And I'd be happy to make that. But I hope you enjoyed this video and found it at least a little bit relaxing, or just some nice background noise. And I will see you in the next one.